Welcome to Successful Living with Bill Knapik. Every week, we talk with interesting people in a variety of professions for ideas to enhance your success in all aspects of life. Successful Living with Bill Knapik starts right now. Here's Bill Knapik.
Welcome to the show. It is Successful Living with Bill Knapik. I am Bill Knapik, and today, Successful Living with Jenna Jackson, and one other important special component today, we are on location. That's right. We are at a restaurant that people are going to all the time. People are talking about the Federal American Grill right here in Houston, Texas, and far beyond. We have a super show. We are at the Hedwig Village location of the Federal American Grill. Jenna, this is awesome. How did you put this all together?
This is so cool. You got to know people, Bill. Mainly the guy sitting next to me.
And you know people, no doubt about it. So we have the owner, Matt Brice. We also have Lindsay Brown with the American Cancer Society. So, Jenna, let's kick this thing off.
Sure. So it's October, and it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Absolutely.
So really big month for American Cancer Society. And Matt, I wanted just to talk to you guys a little bit about what is Federal doing to support breast cancer awareness this October.
Well, obviously anything we can do, we're just blessed to be part of it, so thank you for what you do. You know, it's a big deal, and allowing us to be part of it as well. So, this year, how many restaurants do you have participating in it this year?
Off the top of my head, of course, and a couple of restaurants within the Berg Hospitality Group. So we have a good showing.
Yeah, they're great people.
We've got a great a variety around Houston.
That's
Our
great.
leaders really show up. We live in a fabulous city.
Hey, it's a great cause, right? So, but here at the restaurant, we're going to be running a monthly drink, so that's really exciting. So we're going to have a drink that we're running every single day, and all the proceeds from that drink get donated to the Cancer Society. All right, and then also we have a big event coming up on October 18th. And October 18th is we'll have the Guzzlers playing. It's going to be a lot of fun, so it's a big band, and it's to raise awareness and also money that day. And hopefully we'll get a bunch of donations and see how that comes and plays out. And it'll just be a fun night to support a great cause.
Yeah, this place will be packed on October 18th, so it'll be really cool. Tell us a little bit, Lindsay, about the Real Men Wear Pink campaign. You do this every year. Kind of talk us through what it is.
Absolutely. So the Real Men Wear Pink is an American Cancer Society initiative, and it's nationwide. There are campaigns across 140 different communities across the country. And last year alone, we raised $12 million. And so that's just pivotal in the work that we are doing, particularly within research. But here in Houston, this is our 5th year.
Congrats.
So, and Matt, this is your 2nd year being an ambassador, correct?
Yes, it is.
That's so awesome. It's great when we have alumni come back. And so it'll run the month of October. And so we have different leaders throughout Houston who are just leaders within their own communities that are standing up to come out and support breast cancer. For the first time ever, breast cancer has surpassed lung cancer as the most commonly diagnosed. So now more than ever, the work that you're doing to raise awareness and attention and funds to breast cancer research is so important. So thank you.
Of course. So blessed.
And of course, October, every year, it's an important month, breast cancer awareness. But give us an idea, Lindsay, as your organization is helping in a tremendous way all the time. Give us some hope. What is the progress? Are we making progress against this horrible condition?
I'm so glad you go that direction. So I'm really happy to report that since, and remind me, let me look at my notes. Since 1989, the mortality rate from death has decreased 42%. So in total, 431,800 lives have been saved from the work that we've been doing and work that you are doing as well. And ACS is the largest nonprofit funder of research outside of the federal government, and we have funded every single major cancer breakthrough, including the mammogram, which is huge.
Wow, that's so interesting. That gives me goosebumps. That's a lot.
Well, also, let's tell people as far as the website, in case they're driving right now, you could check it out later, but let's tell them the website in case they're going to be able to help when they frequent the Federal American Grill, no doubt, but also let's tell them the website so they could look at some other ways that everybody can help.
Yes. So if you Google Real Men Wear Pink Houston, the website will populate. But if you type in Real Men Wear Pink ACS.org/Houston, Texas, that'll take you directly to the site. And on that site, you'll see all of our ambassadors, including Matt, and you can go to their page and make a donation to their campaign. And in true like male leader fashion, we're making it a competition to see who's going to raise the most funds. And I really believe that, Matt, with your pink drink and your party, you're going to be right there at the top.
Yeah, sorry, Ben, but we're taking this one.
We're going to win.
Hey, it's, fun competition.
So wait a
right?
second now. You mentioned something about a pink drink. Maybe that's something we should explore just a bit.
Yes, and we're
What's
going to
that?
talk a lot more about that in a little bit. But one of the cool things that Federal is doing, Matt, I'll let you talk, is having a drink for all of October.
Yeah, we certainly are. It's just, it was created by Jerry Glover, who is our drink ambassador, if you will, and we had a contest.
Yeah.
This was super cool. We had a contest with all the bartenders in our company. Yeah, and this one gentleman out of Katy, he ended up winning, and it just became the drink for the month. So we're really excited about it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I tried it, because I have not. I'm not a liar. So what did you think of it?
It was really good. It's really good. It's almost too good. It's easy to drink, so you should come try it.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the drink, by the way?
It's called Be My Basil. And we're going to have
There you go. We're going to get more
Eric,
into that
yes,
later.
we're going to
right.
get more into it with all the details in a little bit.
Well, one of the other things I want to talk about a bit is that, Matt, your restaurant is so popular, and there's a lot of reasons for it. I'm a frequent visitor. The food is delicious. You make it an experience from the moment someone walks in the door. They're treated a certain way. Yourself, your background, the people that you work with have worked at some of the finest restaurants, and obviously you've taken those ideas and made it what's being so successful and as I go around the city and so talked about, right, Jenna? I mean, you can't go anywhere. Oh, the Federal American Grill. So that's very exciting. Give us a word, how, as you started your restaurant, how has that come to be in this tremendous way? And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Give us an idea how it started and your mindset for success for your people that come here.
At the end of the day, it's really not even about the food. It's about the atmosphere. Obviously, you got to have great food, lively music, a fun place to go, but it's all about the staff and how you treat people. And our relationships that we have with our community is everything to us. It's everything. So when we do things like, this October cancer awareness, just because of what we do for others, people want to support us, right? During COVID, that whole situation, 100% supported so much by our community, and I do truly believe it's because we know how to treat people. It's like the Norm effect at Cheers, right? You walk in, Norm! Everybody wants that, right?
Well, people actually know me when I come in here every now and then.
Great.
Yeah.
No, but we
love
love that. And it's not that people need it, it's more the fact that I don't need it, but when I know I like going to restaurants that, hey, Matt, how are you? Good to see you. It's not that hard, but genuinely. It's not about the money. The money will come, all that jazz. It's really about the people that you hire and spending the time with our leaders to really inspire people to really want to take care of other people. That's it. It's hospitality business. And I know that's the number one driver of why we are successful at this point.
That sounds awesome. And Jenna, you're doing tremendous work with the Federal American Grill at all the locations, right?
Yes, I'm having so much fun. I'm getting to handle their marketing right now and social media. So this kind of thing obviously gives us lots of good content, but I mean, it's great to be a part of a business that's growing and is based on community and values and gives back so much,
Without a doubt. And, our relationship is so strong. It's great because you understand Federal Grill. And I don't want to speak for other marketing companies, but sometimes it's just this outside marketing company that's doing, the post, the social media posts and all this other stuff, but they don't really understand.
Yeah.
Right? And because of how we work and how she works with all of the people that she works with, it's all in, personal. And that just adds a big deal. Because you're always asking me, hey, Matt, what did you do this week with who and why and all these other things. It's a big deal. And so the whole thing with Camp Hope that we did, last month, thank you, by the way, Bill, for, supporting us and having us on your show for that as well, is such a huge success because of the fact that we're giving back, and we're just so blessed to be in this position to do that. And I just hope that we kill it and be able to write this big check to you guys and
Me too.
Support it. So, and a lot of that has to do with Jenna getting the word out too.
Absolutely.
Well, give us an idea as far as the American Cancer Society, Federal American Grill. How did that begin, this relationship, to be ready for this super month right here in October?
That's a great question. I believe our executive director, Jenny Todd, we are both frequent visitors of Federal Grill, and we love to support the people that do make us feel so welcome and want to support our leaders in our community. So Matt was absolutely at the top of that list. And so I think just, cold call, like, hey, we have this campaign. We know you love investing back into your community. Please come on board. And the great news is, if I may add, American Cancer Society is national, international, but so much of the funds that you're giving are actually going straight back into Houston. So some of that grant money, we have in total $21.5 million invested in ACS research right here in Houston. And specifically, there's 4 funded researchers in Houston that are solely focused on breast cancer. That totals over $3.5 million. So this money is local, additionally with all of the support that we're giving our cancer patients as well.
And I want to go back to something you said, 2 words that kind of is, use the term old school, but you said cold call. In business, listen, I come from an era, in business you get results when you go out and meet people, when you go out and create relationships. That's what it's all about. And I may be wrong, but sometimes I see in our world now, people are forgetting that, and those that are on the right track, I believe, that are getting results, being successful, they're out there meeting people and building relationships.
For sure, yeah. And every day, right? I mean, this guy is an inspiration for all of us, but it's cool to work with him because, every day he's motivated to get out there and keep building, keep growing, which we're also going to talk a little more about in a minute. But I think it's the same for a nonprofit, right? It's tough. There's a lot of nonprofits out there, but there's a lot of need. So
yep, it's all in who you know, and every business is the hospitality business. If somebody doesn't tell you that otherwise, it's a shame. No matter what business you're in, you have to. And it's all relationship. Phone's a phone, text, the way of text is the way of text. Is it going to be called cold texting? You're right.
You just coined that.
Calling.
Oh my gosh.
There's somebody out there calling.
Trademark that right now.
Check my phone.
You need to find a one-liner to put in your bathroom about cold texting.
Exactly.
He's working on it.
But you know what? That cold text is only going to get you so far, and you know what that's going to get you is a phone conversation, and that's where you're going to have the relationship, and that's how all this comes together.
Absolutely.
And I do want to say this, Jenna, I didn't say it on the last show. I meant to. Again, when I think back in my life, and others that are listening to, at this table even, when I think about good things that have happened in business, in my personal life, people I've met, it all happens because I went somewhere. No one came knocking at my door to say, hey, Bill, come out, I want to meet you. But I met you right here, Jenna, at the Federal American Grill, at an event that you have. We're going to talk more about some of the upcoming events. But like many people look at an event that's going to happen, should I go? Maybe I don't feel like driving, or maybe. I came that day to the grill, met you, and here we are being show partners and opening doors in a tremendous way.
Yeah, no, it is. It's
Leave
really
the house,
good.
that's all I'm saying.
Leave the house, get out. Well, and Matt, I asked you this recently, but you don't wake up every day motivated to go, right? So how do you stay motivated on days when you're a little tired, or it's been a long week, or?
What's really interesting is it's mindset, right? And I would say 9 times out of 10, I get up at 5 every day and then try to work out by 6. And those days that I'm sluggish usually end up being the best workout days. Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's because it's mindset, and you just say, I got to do this. But if you don't do it, you're not doing it. I always have in the forefront of my mind, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for everybody that works with me. I'm doing this for my family. And so if I keep that in front of my mind, otherwise you're selfish, right? This is not about you. If you say, I'm not going to do it today, that's selfish. And that's really the motivation that I get, is say, man, it's for everybody, the 300 employees that we have in my family. If I don't do this, it's going to affect everybody, because my mindset won't be right if I skip a workout or if I skip something I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't find it right, and it's selfish.
Yeah. And it just continues to create opportunities.
You are listening to the Successful Living Show on location, and I want to encourage you. We're right here at the Federal American Grill, Hedwig Village, Houston, Texas. I want to encourage you, go to the YouTube channel. Just put my name in there. The channel will pop up. We are with Jenna Jackson. Her company is P&R Creative. Matt Brice, the owner of the Federal American Grill, and Lindsey Brown right here with the American Cancer Society in Houston, Texas. Guys, before we close this segment, what else should we tell people, Matt?
Well, we can't just, preach enough about this October. We really, really need your support. We could talk about this all day long, but what we need is traffic and people coming in and supporting the cause. And guess what? Even if you can't, like she said already, that you can go on, what is the site?
If you just Google Real Men Wear Pink Houston, it'll populate.
All right, and then you can donate that way. So if you feel like you have a couple extra dollars, every dollar goes a long, long way here, as you can imagine. If you have 1 million people, just giving $1, it kind of makes a difference.
Goes pretty far.
Big
Big impact. Yeah, that's awesome.
Real men wear pink. Easy
men wear
to
pink.
remember. And also, Matt, let's tell people about, if they have not been to one of your locations or they didn't know the Woodlands is now open now for several months, let's tell people the locations of your restaurants and also those listening on the internet that are going to be visiting Houston, Texas, because I know they like to come here when it's a little bit cooler for their business trips.
Well, we're so blessed and excited. We have 4 locations here that are open currently. The one here where we're at is Hedwig Village, right off of I-10, close to 610. Then we have one in Katy off of 99. We have one in the Woodlands that just opened in February, and that's right in Oak Ridge North, across from the Woodlands, right on I-45. And then we have our original one, Shepherd, right by St. Thomas High School. So those 4 will all be participating in this, so hopefully we get a lot of traffic there to help out. We're really excited about the 2 new locations that we have coming up. We're in construction for Arizona right now, so Scottsdale, that's awesome. I can't wait to get that going. That should be in December. And then we just signed, we're working on the lease right now, but it's looking extremely great for a downtown location here in Houston. So look for that coming April 2023.
Wow, covering the map in a tremendous way.
Yeah,
Jenna.
breaking news.
Well, you heard it first
Awesome.
here. Stay with us. We have so much more on the show. At P&R Creative, your story is our motivation. We want to tell your story in a way that resonates with your target market. Reach out to us through our website, prcreativegroup.com. That's prcreativegroup.com, or call us at 832-553-6208. 832-553-6208. Reach out to us. As we continue, we are at the Federal American Grill, Hedwig Village in Houston, Texas. Jenna, what's going to happen right now in this segment?
We are talking more pink, Bill. We're excited. We have Lindsay with the American Cancer Society with us.
Hello.
And Eric, an old favorite of the show, the culinary director at the Federal Grill.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
So thank you for being here, Eric. So we're just going to talk a little bit about, why this is so important to Federal and what Federal is going to be doing this month to raise funds for American Cancer Society.
Once again, thanks for having me. This fundraiser is very near and dear to my heart. Just found out that my aunt has breast cancer, Aunt Teresa, down in Gonzales, Texas.
We're so sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. She's a very great spirit. The technology that's here now, she's a fighter, so she's going to do great. Strong woman.
Luckily, her nephew's in medical center of the world.
The world. God bless Houston. What we did is we went and we tried to drum up what can we do? What all can we do? Not just the real men wear pink, but also what can we do? Can we throw parties? Can we make drink specials, food specials? So we put on a contest, the Think Pink Drink, and all of our locations had a competition amongst the bartenders, and each winner from each location came to this Hedwig location during a busy lunch, and we partnered with Deep Eddy, and they provided the Deep Eddy grapefruit, and we put some good drinks together. And our winner was called Be My Basil, delicious, Deep Eddy grapefruit, Deep Eddy. I'm going to
check my notes for some ingredients.
Yeah, it's got mint and basil. I mean, it's delicious drink. And so we put that competition on. It's a great turnout. Got our folks to think outside the box a little bit. We stick to our standards, our recipes pretty strictly here. And so to be able to give them a little freedom, it was nice to see the bar turn into mixologists and create these beautiful drinks for us.
Had to have been a fun event in itself.
I had a headache the next day.
Eric was a judge.
Yeah, I was a judge.
And that's all to have be ready for October to help the American Cancer Society with this drink.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And how cool was that, just like as an aside from a culture standpoint for, the Federal Grill employees? I mean, I was here that day taking photos, getting social media. They were hyped up about the drinks, about the competition, but they were excited about the cause,
It's an amazing cause. It helps so many people. Literally saves lives. And so just a little bit that we can do to help is amazing. We're just blessed to be a part of it. Our culture in this restaurant is amazing. Yes, we do have good food and good drinks, but it's definitely all about the people. It's all about who we are.
And one thing I love about your approach to this is that not only are you all collectively as Federal Grill doing something great, but you're inviting all of your guests and your patrons to take part in that as well. So they're getting to come in and do something good with just having a great time and enjoying their friends and family. That's remarkable.
We spread the word pretty good. And, one thing about us is everything that we do, if we're going to do it and we all sign on, we are absolutely obsessed about it. I mean, it starts the talk, the chatter, everything we do. From our essays to our dishwashers, cooks, everybody, we start the train, right? And so by October, it's really rolling. And so just the word of mouth, right? That's really what it's all about.
And talk a little bit about how the drink actually will support and raise funds. I think what's going to happen is at all of our locations, and it's basically, we've started putting the word out on social media, which I know you guys have too. If you order the Think Pink drink or another drink with Deep Eddy Ruby Red Grapefruit, the proceeds will go back to American Cancer Society.
Yep, small portions donated back.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, And then we're going to have the Guzzlers, one of our all-time favorites here at this location,
And that's
Hedwig
not
Village.
a person, that's a band.
That's a band. If you don't know.
I've been called that once or twice.
Yeah.
Right, so it's actually a band in Houston, and they're great.
They're great. So, Eric, talk a little bit about, we did an event similar to this back in the summer while we were supporting Camp Hope. Talk about the Guzzlers event and how successful that was.
So actually, I've been listening and watching the Guzzlers perform since I was a teenager. So we would have, I went to high school in Katy, and our friends' dads would have 4th of July events or whatever with all oil-filled folks, and the Guzzlers would be playing there. And so I've been very familiar with them, seen them all over town in their little places, and it's been a blessing just to have them here to be able to provide these events for us. It is a party. It is not just something coming in here, somebody playing the piano. Yeah, no, it is. They're called the Guzzlers for a reason. Come in and have some fun, get some food, and get ready.
Order a pink drink.
Order the pink drink and get ready for some fun. It's gonna be a good time. A portion of that night will also be going to. We're gonna be donating that to the fundraiser.
Yes, it'll be awesome.
How do I get to come to the Guzzlers party?
You're invited every night.
But the date for this party, let's tell people again the date. It is
October 18th here at the Hedwig Village location. So
I'm going to guess, is that a Thursday night?
It's a Tuesday night, actually.
All right, glad we clarified that.
We're gonna ramp up Tuesdays around here.
All right, October 18th. People can appear here, enjoy the drinks. It helps American Cancer Society, and it's a lot of fun.
Exactly, it's a bonus.
Come out and dance.
There'll be dancing.
We'll get video of Eric dancing. So
exactly.
And one of the best things you can do for yourself to prevent cancer is working out. So, I mean, you're just all around helping prevent cancer and fighting cancer in this world.
It's a good spin.
It's going to be a good event, y'all. It's going to be a good event.
So, Lindsay, I mean, something that I didn't know, Eric just said he just found out his aunt was diagnosed with breast cancer. I mean, how common is this diagnosis? I feel like everyone I know knows someone, at least one person, who has been diagnosed,
I know cancer is just an evil, evil disease, and I know I've yet to meet anybody that's not been impacted in some capacity. But for the first time, breast cancer has actually surpassed lung cancer in frequency of diagnosis. So it is now the leading cancer diagnosis in the world. So this campaign could not be coming at a better time, and it's so crucial just to spread awareness, but also raise funds for critical research. And American Cancer Society has funded every major cancer breakthrough, especially the mammogram, which, I've only been working here since April, and that was just very awe-inspiring for me. And I think the other thing that all of us can be doing is just following early detection guidelines, which all of that is on the general ACS website. Just here's your age. If you have family history of this is when you should go get checked out.
Thank you for doing what you do. That's amazing.
Thank you for doing what you do.
Let's tell people, Lindsay, of all the things, as you said, you've just started, of all the things you could be doing, how did you choose this path? this important path?
I just always working for something bigger than myself, and particularly American Cancer Society, is very important to me. It just aligns to my values. I have lost multiple people in my life to cancer and know people that are currently fighting it now. And so the work that we are doing is critical. And one of our senior vice presidents within American Cancer Society said to us, she goes, I believe in your lifetime, looking at me in my onboarding class, you will see the cure for cancer. And that just gives me
Amazing.
chills.
Yeah.
And so
God bless.
it just,
That's what we need.
everything we're doing is just putting such emphasis behind this and getting us one step closer to that cure. So helping people like your aunt that you don't get that phone call.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We are at the Federal American Grill on location, along with Jenna Jackson with P&R Creative, Lindsey Brown, the American Cancer Society, and Eric Aldis with the Federal American Grill, culinary director, doing incredible work all the time at all the restaurants. I don't know how you do it, Eric, but I was here a couple days ago. The fried oysters were better than even better than the first time I had them. The meatloaf, unbelievable.
Thank you so much for that. I would love to be able to take all the credit, but it's really our team. We have some incredible people working here. We have folks with very high standards. They take care of our product from the moment it hits the door, and it's just, it really is. Our culture, it's just all about the people.
And the term favorite. This is a restaurant where you can come in and have like 10 favorites. So the term favorites is already blown out of the water.
It is.
But there are so many tremendous things. I mean, Jenna, the egg rolls,
Yeah.
Yes.
the fried oysters. I mean,
The bang bang shrimp. That's my
the French
personal
dip
favorite.
Is it really?
There are too many favorites. Do you have a favorite, Eric?
You know, my favorites have been changing with what we're working on. Okay, so we were working on our seafood program, so it was tasting a lot of different oysters, scallops, salmon, fresh fish. My job is horrible.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Jumbo lump crab.
There you go.
I think this whole love handle thing is a spinach and artichoke love handle. But no, it's right now we're working on some new products. We've got this pork belly that we're working on that we're going to be cross-utilizing in our wedge salad because we just want to have the best wedge salad. We're obsessed about that right now. So the pork belly's been really something that we're working on. So you'll be seeing that as a feature as we start to roll that out. We're also working on a weekend feature that's going to be a prime rib. And we're going to bring a classic back, federalize it.
Nice.
And we've been working on it. So it's that's going to be something that's it's in the works. But you could start to see that roll out as a feature as well. So a lot of things we're working on. You'll see.
Start to get your taste buds ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my
And
gosh.
of course, this time of year, too, there's so many exciting things that happen at the end of the year. But this is perfect timing for some of the new creations that you have in this Federal American Grill Laboratory of Delights. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't know where the
Never a dull
fourth cup of
moment.
coffee.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're constantly evolving. You know, the word
Good.
change kind of scares folks, and they're
Not here.
anti-change. No.
No.
But evolving is what we do. And October, November to December in the restaurant business, we call that O&D. This is our busiest time of year in this part of the country, and we just so happen to be opening a restaurant in Arizona during this busy time, and planning to open another one. And it's
Super fun.
definitely super fun, keeping us busy. It's exciting. It's culture,
Yeah, it is. How do you keep that culture going? I mean, your teams here at Federal at all the locations are so key to the environment and the obsessed hospitality that people feel when they walk in the door.
You just said it. You have to be obsessed. This business and running a restaurant, there's so much involved in it, right? Hospitality is a thing, and if you aren't obsessed about it, you're not the best. And so from the time I drive by the restaurants, circle around them in my truck, get out and walk around, make sure our American flags are waving in the wind. That is our number one billboard sign. I grew up a Boy Scout, so the American flag is a huge deal for me. Just the protection of that and what it means to our country and who we are. So that picking up trash, looking at gum in the parking lot, and then coming in and seeing if there's any dust on the chairs. Seeing that's before we even get started in the kitchen.
Yep.
So the obsessed standards, the obsessed hospitality, that's really where we're coming in. We're obsessed about everything. We're going to be obsessed about this.
I can tell.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for inviting us in this busy season.
We're so excited.
And it's going to be interesting to see the results. So it'll stop at the end of October, Eric. as far as the collaboration American Cancer Society. But I want to tell people, of course, all year long, Lindsay, people can help out. Certainly this is a time of extra help, October, right here at the Federal American Grill in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But let's not forget, all year long they can go to the website and help in a tremendous way.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Cancer is so prolific and terrible that every month there is a Cancer Awareness Month. Just insert the name. So anytime that you feel called to give, you can always just go to AmericanCancerSociety.org, and there's definitely tools to donate, but also, especially in Houston, we are looking to regrow our volunteer base. So if you are looking for something to give your time to, please reach out. We would love to have you.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was wondering, I didn't know people can actually donate some of their time here in Houston.
Yes, which is as important.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And Houston, Texas is a city, as Matt said earlier, about connecting with the community. It's a community that gives, that helps, and we have so many people here. I don't know if you looked around, but, and there's more coming. Don't tell
Apologies, y'all. We're opening up a restaurant behind us, so there's a little background noise. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, we're on location. That's what this is.
That's right.
That's why it's cool. Yep.
That's right. We are on location at the Federal American Grill, Hedwig Village. And as we're on location, I'm looking outside of all the potential people that can help, that could come here for lunch, dinner, and they're doing so.
Absolutely. Make your reservations and come see us.
That's the other thing I do want to remind. I was thinking this 2 seconds ago, and that is I came here on a Tuesday, this past Tuesday, for lunch, and I'm thinking, well, Tuesday a little lighter. No, so make a reservation. If you're going to the Federal American Grill for lunch, for dinner, sure, you could walk in. That's okay too, but I'm going to say, you want, right now that your popularity is so great, make a reservation, whatever location.
And even if you don't make a reservation, just come, put your elbows on the bar and have a whiskey or two. We'll get a table for you quick enough.
Yeah. Exactly.
Jenna, as we close this segment, what else do we want to wrap up here?
No, I think just, mark the date, October 18th. The Guzzlers will be here at Hedwig Village. It's a little empty, getting ready to open the restaurant today. It will be packed that night, so come early, order the pink drink, support American Cancer Society, and, be a part of a real impact.
Can't wait to see y'all.
Tuesday, October 18th. You're listening to the Successful Living Show with Bill Knapik, Jenna Jackson, Lindsey Brown, Eric Aldis, right here at the Federal American Grill. We're coming right back in a few seconds.
At P&R Creative, your story is our motivation. We want to tell your story in a way that resonates with your target market. Reach out to us through our website, prcreativegroup.com. That's prcreativegroup.com, or call us at 832-553-6208. 832-553-6208. Reach out to us.
As we continue, once again, we are at the Federal American Grill restaurant right here in Houston, Texas. So wherever you're listening, come and join us sometime at the Federal American Grill. I'm here with Jenna Jackson with P&R Creative, the owner of the Federal American Grill, Matt, Brice, Eric Aldis, culinary director. Guys, here we are. So many great things going on. Jenna, what should we cover in this important segment?
I think we want to talk a little bit about, there's not enough time, but we're going to squeeze it all in. What else is coming up? All things federal. What is the future looking like for the Federal Grill? We've got so much going on. It's super exciting time. So maybe we start with new locations, because that's an exciting topic.
It's always an exciting topic. I say it's a blessing all the time, because it is. When one door opens, easy, I believe it's meant to be, right? It's God's way. So we have Arizona, like we spoke about before, Scottsdale area opening up hopefully in December. So we just got our final permit. Yay. Took us a while.
Thank you, God.
Thank you. So here we go. So December we should be opening. We're really looking forward to getting into that market, getting part of that community. It's awesome. Steve Parker, who's our partner out there, is just one of the best of the best. So he's very excited. It's going to be great. He and I have been friends for 25 years. So we used to run restaurants together. So very exciting. And then we're just signing a lease, in the middle of the lease right now, for a downtown location right off of McKinney, right across the street from Pappas Steakhouse. So it's really awesome. It's 1221 McKinney. And we got this gorgeous, beautiful green area to run around in up front, this beautiful patio. It's really, really neat. So it's about 7,000 square feet, just like the other restaurants, and just another opportunity for us to get excited again.
That is awesome.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
It's never boring around these parts.
Never.
And Eric, what's coming up as far as like, we touched on it a little bit, but like new menu items always evolving, always in development. Talk us through some of that.
So we are constantly evolving and always wanting to just better our product and better who we are and what we do. And that's a culture thing company-wide. It really is. Everybody's just on board. Some exciting things that are happening. Golly, so much. I was in Arizona last week, and it was just like, la, 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 la.
And well, every time we go out to eat, so we go to 20, 30 different restaurants in 2 days, because that's what we do. And we do a little R&D, right? So we're trying each area of the restaurant. We're trying a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And last time we went, I said, we need pork belly. Right, so and he's been testing pork belly now, and I cannot wait for it to come out. So we have some. What is it gonna?
It's gonna be. We took our barrel aged old fashions, which we are famous for, and we reduced that down and mixed a little maple syrup in. Maple syrup I got from Whistle Pig Rye.
Oh my gosh.
They actually
like
they put the maple in their rye barrels.
Yep.
So it gets a little bit even more flavor. And then we glaze a Newski's pork belly, get that real crispy and caramelized. Put about 6 ounces on a plate. We made a Creole mustard sauce. Then we put a dome on top of that has a little hole in it. We put our smoke gun in there.
We smoked the bacon.
Smoked the bacon table side.
Okay, it's going to be like butter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to get a little smoky in here.
Yeah. So that's just one item.
Yeah.
You're working on some prime ribs.
Prime rib, yeah, that's awesome. We that's going to be a weekend thing that we do, but it's
So
a
fun.
classic, and we are classic American fare. Okay, and actually the prime rib is starting to get hot again all over the country, and so we went and sourced the highest quality whole ribeye loin. We age it 45 days. That's why it's taking me so long. Next time you give me so much trouble.
Yeah, I asked him. I thought it was going to be done last week. But yeah,
We put some age on it, and then we roast it slow and low, and nice herb crust that we put on our own special blend of house seasoning, and then classic serving au jus, the tiger sauce, right? The horseradish sour cream with little fresh herbs, the au jus, mashed potatoes and vegetables. Very nice.
Bill, I know you're getting hungry. I can see it right now.
Wait a second. I'm going to go rewind just a second. How can you take bacon to another level? But yes, you can.
Absolutely.
You all figured a way out because bacon already is pretty good.
I use this word a lot, especially in the kitchen. We take your classic American fare and then we federalize it. So we just take it, add a little more bit of something to it to make it a little extra special.
And then, if anybody, there's a lot of wedge eaters out there. Everybody loves a good lettuce wedge.
Of course.
We're going to take that bacon, we're going to chop it up in chunks, and we're going to put that on top of the wedge. It's going to just create that little extra loving.
Just a good old
little
wedge.
loving on top of
So
that.
you can have some of that and still be healthy.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Okay, perfect.
Come eat this salad.
And by the way, I do want to say you created the term federalize it. However, that can only be done by professionals. Do not try that at home.
Exactly.
Only here at the grill does it work, and is it copyrighted? I'm just saying.
Professionals.
There's
I'm
one
not
more
an attorney,
thing.
but I'm just saying.
There's one more thing we're really excited about that we haven't talked about. We just now released, and you have the ability to come in and buy our Fresno pepper jelly. We have it jarred. Wish we had one in front, but
We sold out.
We have actually
getting more.
we sold out the first day
We're
here at
getting
Hedwig,
more.
but it's our Fresno pepper jelly that you get every time you walk in the restaurant with our biscuits upon sitting. But now you can take it home with you. So you get a jar. What's the ounces? Do you know?
7 ounces.
7 ounces for $7.50, and it's a pretty awesome deal, and it's a pretty great gift to bring home and give to somebody or spread it on some bread.
Great stocking stuffer.
It is. And speaking of stocking stuffers, we have, some of my favorites. Bill,
Look at that.
these are hot off the presses, some brand new whiskey glasses. I don't know if we can say this on the air, but
We could show it on the YouTube
it's
camera.
our favorite.
It's a fun saying.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite people who coins this thing.
And then we have our new
Yep.
camouflaged Federal American Grill
Beautiful.
baseball caps.
Just in time
I'm
for
wearing one
hunting season.
backwards right now if you're watching this podcast, so it looks
in time
better
for
on me
hunting season.
backwards.
And then
Our
best
new- our new
ever,
shirt,
our
yeah.
new
I love
shirts.
these.
They're super soft and
Tattered flag in the back just says
pretty
freedom.
freaking awesome.
Really
So yeah,
beautiful.
it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
What inspired these? I mean, this really is like kind of who Federal is.
It is. It's part of our culture. You know, we truly believe that was certainly during the COVID era where we believe that everybody had a choice. to go out if they wanted to go out. And if you didn't, you didn't. That's up to you. Everybody's got a choice. So I just felt like, freedom was such a big deal and that's the American way, right? And so it's something near and dear to everybody that works here in our hearts, and that you have the ability to make your own decisions. And that's why we put it on the back. So I just think it shows a great message of who Federal is.
Rewinding just a bit, downtown location in Houston, Texas. What was the inspiration, Matt, of all the places? Because your places are diverse, different in different places now, Arizona as well. But what was it about downtown Houston as you look to the future of Houston? Where did that vision come from?
It's always been a challenge downtown. I never thought I'd go downtown, And so something struck me with this location. When I went to go look at it, and trust me, I've had people approach me years ago to say, listen, would you come downtown? We'll build out the entire restaurant, give you a year's free rent and all this stuff, and low rent, just trying to rebuild downtown. I've lived here for so long now that I want to help. I want to do well down there too, but I really think that there's something there that we can do for downtown. I think by, Chris Pappas being down there, they moved the Palm down there. Morton's been down there a long time. We have the convention centers going on. We have people coming back to work, which is great. So you're seeing the capacity go back up. We need to make it exciting and lively. I just think the time is now. And so we're working with a great property management. They're huge. It's called Brookfield Properties. They're gigantic. And they've been so easy to work with. And right now they're just helping us out and we're helping them out. And I just think it's going to be an amazing opportunity for us to help downtown, revive it a little bit. I'm trying to get a trolley passed through the city. I don't know if they will, but I want a federal trolley.
I just pictured one with the lettering and everything right before you said that. Come on.
We can bring you to all the games, and we can bring you back to the hotels. It'll run every 15 minutes, whatever. We don't have it quite set up, but that's another energy level, right, for downtown. So that's the reasoning, is just to add some more energy down there. And I do think that we'll do well because of the community that hopefully we'll get supported by.
And just to add on to that, he's not just pulling the trigger and making this happen. I've watched him come back and it looked like it was pouring down rain, but he's walking through all the restaurants, through downtown, seeing what's going on. We're driving through on Sunday, seeing what kind of foot traffic is going through. A lot of research, not just believing the demographic and what's going on down there, actually boots on the ground, getting down, seeing what we can do and how successful we could actually be.
That's right. If people haven't already gathered from this show, or if they've heard past appearances with both of you guys, the thought that goes into each and every decision, to me, is so well thought out, researched, and that's why you're successful. It's that simple.
It takes a lot of research is huge. Research is huge. And like you said, we actually boots on the ground. We'd go to every restaurant downtown at 11 o'clock at lunch, 11:30, 12, 12:30. Then we go for happy hour. Then we go for dinner. And we're trying to see what the flow is like on a Monday and on a Sunday and on a Friday. It's not always great, but you get to see the numbers, you get to see the amount of people down there, and you start to trust it a little bit more, so you can put your finger on it and just know what's working and what's not down there.
You're learning all the time, and once again, I submit my application to be with you in any city, whether it's Houston, Woodlands, I don't care what. I want to be your companion to go to these restaurants and be one of the researchers, because I do that well.
You're welcome. That's the fun part, by the way. That is the fun part.
It's fun.
And Bill, we talked about a little bit earlier, but I mean, Houston is a growing place,
That's right.
It's growing hugely. People are moving in droves every day. So, I mean, I think there's so much opportunity here.
It's unbelievable because you do see, if you drive on 610, any of you, God bless y'all, when you go from 610.
You might be on 610 right now.
Who's going to figure this out?
Right.
Exactly. So just how is it possible that it's always, whether it's 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it's always backed up. So this is a melting pot, as you know, and especially this past year and everything that happened in 2020, you're getting a huge migration here. So we just keep seeing more and more and more people from Katy to the Woodlands. Woodlands is huge, right?
Yeah.
And never mind downtown, people are moving back downtown. Yeah. So it's really interesting. They're building more housing in Washington Avenue than you've ever seen anywhere in the world. I mean, look at how many doors have opened in the past 5 years. I've been down over there for 10 years in our first location. There was nothing there, nothing. Yeah. And now you look at it, there's doors and high rises everywhere down the street. It's pretty amazing to see what's happening here in Houston.
It's really cool. Talk to us a little bit, we have a little more time in this segment. What's coming up? You referred to it earlier. O&D is the busiest part of the year for the restaurant industry. What's coming up? I mean, the holidays are going to be here before we know it. What exciting is coming up at the Houston locations for people to know?
So we're really planning on Thanksgiving right now. I mean, we talk about being obsessed. That's been my last week's worth of projects have been all about sourcing the best product. Even though it's turkey and ham, we're still going to knock it out of the park, being the best quality product. We're open until 3:00 in the afternoon on Thanksgiving Day. We also do an awesome takeout dinner that you can come and order. You can order from us. We'll have it already cold with heating instructions. You pick it up, take it home. Turkey dinner.
Yeah, and it's already cooked. So it's already cooked, but then it's just easier to come and pick up and bring home. And then heating instructions have your oven on and good to go. I mean, it won't take long at all to just get it hot and serve it. So you don't even have to cut it. It'll all be cut, sliced for you, so it's super, super easy.
You can take credit.
Yeah,
Not that I would do that.
Take
Not
credit.
that I would do that, but maybe.
Well, turkey is already great, but I want to see what you do when you federalize ham.
Yeah.
That's going to be another level.
Oh my God.
I have a feeling there's going to be bacon on there.
Yeah.
Well,
One last thing, if we could, is from our half is also if you guys are looking to do private events, now is the time because people are doing the Christmas parties and they're booking early.
Yep.
Early. Everybody's going out this year. Everything's filling up. You know, we usually have 2 rooms at each location that we can do or book out full event for a whole buyout private party. But I would say to anybody looking to book, you better get on it now, whether it's with us or any other restaurant, because people are calling left and right and they're starting already before now.
Yeah, and that includes, I mean, Christmas parties, office Christmas parties, you know, lunches, Christmas brunches, New Year's stuff. I mean, there's so many opportunities to celebrate that people are looking for good space. So.
Oh, yeah.
Catering. And I think it was Winston Churchill that said, it's the restaurateurs that will rebuild the city. Now, I'm just saying that. If you're I'm making that up. Okay, so if you're related to Winston Churchill, don't sue me. But you know, he could have said that one day.
He could have.
Well, Bill, I think you should take credit for that. That's a heck of a quote.
That is my quote, because as you mentioned, all the restaurateurs there, Matt, that's right. There's so many things that can revitalize and rebuild something, and food, you mentioned community, food is such, it goes back to sitting with your family. Food is so important in so many ways.
Breaking bread. That's what most deals are all made of. And so that's why we do what we do here is we have that hopefully inviting place where people say, let's go meet there. And the best deals come out of there, right? And the best relationships come out of there. Best friendships come because of the restaurants and for providing that atmosphere that's welcoming, right? And hospitable. And it's really a huge part of the life in every which way you can think of.
For many years, I was a business traveler, and I mean like 30 years, and that was whether I was bringing people out to dinner or I was by myself. That was the treat if I was by myself. If I was taking people out, same deal. That was the thing, you're entertaining, you're helping people. And as people hear this, I know the business traveler is an important part of your restaurants all over. So give us a word on that and your thinking, because I know you're tuned into so many things, it's scary. But tell us about how you think about the business traveler.
Oh, it's a huge, huge thing. You know, having the relationships with the concierge at hotels is a huge deal, you know, out of sight, out of mind. And so we're really good at that. I think we're going to get even better by working downtown, because that's going to be a huge part of our business. You know, doing little advertisements on United or Southwest or whatnot, or something that you recommend highly. It's expensive, but you know, what are you looking at when you're on a plane? You know, either your stuff or you're picking up the magazine.
Audience, you know.
I'm thinking about where I'm going to eat next.
Right, exactly. But like even on elevators, right? So you're on elevators, and where I'm supposed to go? I got to go try that place out. So it's really neat, and we're just, it's crazy when I'm traveling. And I'm in Arizona now a lot, and when I'm out there and somebody says, "Oh, Federal Grill, I've heard of that," I'm like, "This is awesome."
We're not even open yet.
Right. I mean, it just makes me proud to say, okay, we're doing something right here. And it is. Traveling is a large, huge part of our business, especially at our level. You know, I call us fine casual. So we're not overly fancy, but we're that place that you want to come out and have a great dinner, maybe not break the bank, you know, unless you're a big whiskey drinker. You can break the bank. It can happen. Trust me, you can break the bank.
Yeah, you can.
But you don't have to. But and just to have this meeting spot, and where we're located, all of our locations are on mostly highways, and that really adds a big value to the traveler.
Well, and you said we do something right. You guys do a lot of things right, but I feel like one huge part of what the success that Federal has can be attributed to is community, right? The community building, everything's about community, and that's kind of why we're here today. We've been talking about the Real Men Wear Pink campaign. Yeah. You're an ambassador, but you're not just an ambassador, you're getting all the restaurants behind it. I mean, just to remind people in case they just started listening, tell us a little bit about what you're doing to raise money for American Cancer Society at the Federal Grill.
Well, it's not that hard. And let me say this to anybody not participating. If you own a business and you're part of a restaurant, I don't care, or it's a clothing business, you can participate in this. You can say for October, a portion of our proceeds are going to, and then you're not doing anything more, right? You should promote yourself to get it out there and promote the business to help out the Cancer Society. But we're in this position to give back. That's it, right? So yes, I say this all the time, money's money, of course you need it to operate, but the more you have, the more you can do with, right? And that's where we're blessed to be able to do this for the Cancer Society, for breast cancer, for Camp Hope back in the days, and all these other things that you don't even hear about. We do as much as we possibly can, to give back, and everybody here that works with us all loves it. It's part of our culture, when people are just ramped up. They can't wait to see how much we're going to be donating. I want it to be huge, right? So it's just awesome. And so for the month of October, you come in, you buy a drink that's part of the, deal.
Pink.
Yeah,
Pink.
thank
Be my basil. Be my basil.
And remember, that's the easy one. Be my basil.
Sounds
baby.
like a song,
Right?
It's a song.
Absolutely.
And so you come in and order one of those, you're doing a great justice for a great cause. And if you don't want that drink, just say, hey, I'd like to donate a couple of dollars on the side, because we have a button for that too. So please come on in and see us.
Yep. And then we have a big event coming up October 18th.
The Guzzlers will be here.
And that's a band.
It'll
That's
be
a
party.
band. But when you're here watching the band and partying, it is always a party with the Guzzlers. But you can guzzle a couple of those Be My Basils, and you'll have a really good time.
It's a
We're
bonus.
and it's free to get in, but we are going to have some people standing at the door taking donations, whether it's by credit card or cash. So if you come in and you want to, great. If you don't, we're not that place. Just come in and have fun. Don't feel obligated that you have to do it, but we're just going to do our part to see what we can do for the society. So
You've been listening to Matt, Eric, Bill, and Jenna. We're coming right back with one last segment. Stay with us, please. Here we are as we continue with our last segment at the Federal American Grill with Jenna Jackson, P&R Creative, and yes, Lindsey Brown with the American Cancer Society. Before we close things down, Lindsey especially, what else should we know?
I just want to plug Federal Grill again. If you've not been and you live in Houston, you are missing out. And there's one literally in every corner of the city. So please go, especially Matt does so much for our community. So the least we can do is come back and give back to him. And just come out, wear your pink in October. Google Real Men Wear Pink Houston. There is an easy link to make a donation. Every dollar counts towards research and patient care. And thank y'all so much for having me.
And breast cancer affects men and women, right?
And breast cancer affects men and women. I'm also do our Tickle Pink Luncheon, and we honored Matthew Knowles, the one and only, who is a survivor of breast cancer. He calls it chest cancer. So it is not something just women fight.
And once again, you can Google Real Men Wear Pink, right? It's that easy. It's
Yes.
going to be there.
Add in Houston.
And Jenna, what else? Here you are with P&R Creative, forging relationships, helping companies like the Federal American Grill, organizations like the American Cancer Society. Let's tell people your website and how they can reach you, because I know you're like the Federal American Grill. You're in demand, so get your reservation
Yay. Thank you,
with
Bill.
Jenna Jackson right now.
It's prcreativegroup.com. Yep, call us. We'd love to help you tell your story. We love amazing stories like this.
And if you want to see the show, and I know you do because we are on location, just go to Radio Bill on YouTube. RadioBill.net is the website. Bill Knapik radio shows. It will all go there. You'll want to see the show right here at the grill, and you'll also want to see past shows with Jenna on and some of the great things we've had on before.
We've had lots of good people on, lots of good causes too.
Indeed we have, and thank you all for listening to Successful Living with Bill Knapik. And today with Lindsey, with Jenna, with Matt, with Eric. We'll see you next week, RadioBill.net. And once again, your website, Lindsey, is?
Real Men Wear Houston. Real Men Wear Pink Houston.
And Jenna, your website?
prcreativegroup.com.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.